Andrea, this is my first motocross event. I'm very excited, but this is also my first experience with one of your games, a super motocross game. Talk about the game itself and what riders are going to be getting into.
Absolutely. So the game is about the 2018 season of Supercross, so it's officially licensed. So you have all the official riders and official tracks from the Supercross world. You can play in the shoes of one of them. Otherwise, you can ride as yourself, create your own avatar, customize it from head to toe. And you can run a career mode, which means you start from the lower classes, and then you learn how to grow into the race. And of course, you can have sponsors, and you can find the right sponsors, get more money, grow into the game, challenge the real riders, and become the champion of Supercross.
I love that, of course, and we should mention that this game in particular, because you guys already put one out, this game in particular is the first time you have a career mode, which is a big deal.
Yeah, of course. The career mode is the big difference from game one for us. So we wanted this year to let you live the life of a rider. So year one was for us more on the basics of the sport, because we wanted to create the physics of the bike, to give the feeling of the show. That was our core focus. For game two, we moved the focus more on this living the life of a rider experience.
I want us now to bring in riders that have never actually tried a game like this before, because this is not like, if you play Forza, this is not Forza. This is something completely different. So talk about the mechanics in game and why it's important to actually learn them.
Yeah, sure. So we wanted to have a pick up and play style of gameplay, but applied to the real sport. So the real sport is very technical. So you run into a stadium, so it's full of narrow bends and curves, and you must be very good to ride a bike in these stadiums. So we wanted to give that same feeling. We are trying to reproduce a real sport, so we wanted to be, real near to the real sports. On the other end, we try to simplify as much as possible the style of gameplay for everybody. And the cool thing is that in game two, you have this compound area where you can test yourself. So it's a big free roam area. You can just ride around, try the bike setups, learn the basics of it. We have also added a lot of helps into the game, so you can actually start from as a beginner with all the helps activated. You will see that there is a new system that shows you the right trajectory when you jump with the bike to follow. So there's a lot of helps to bring you in the world of Supercross.
I mean, I need all of those, trust me, because this is something that has a steep learning curve, but once you're in it, it's so satisfying to actually play, because you do actually get to play against 12 other players, or I guess 11 other players across the world, right?
Up to 12 players online, so you can run either on the real circuits, so the official circuits of 2018, but also on 4 more circuits, tracks that you find into the compound. So a compound is a big area, but includes 4 real tracks. They can trigger and they become a real race on the track, and you can run against the AIs or bring it online and face your friends.
Now I have to ask, because I am of Italian descent, and I do know that Italians don't usually watch things like this. They think about soccer, and that's usually it, or football.
That's definitely true, but we do the European motocross, which is different because it's in open areas, so the tracks are very different. But the thing is that Milestone has a lot of expertise in two wheels racing games, so it was pretty natural for us to approach, also US sports, trying to expand ourselves into the US market. And so it was an easy wedding for us and Feld, so the company behind Supercross, because it was an easy match for everybody, for both of us.
Well, when it comes to competitive game, you think of esports. So I'm assuming there is a lot of talk about that in your company too, because as a video game developer, you just naturally go there. So is there any plans for something like that with you guys?
Yes, we have already started to step into the world of esports with MotoGP. So together with Dorna, the company behind MotoGP, we have run for 2 years. This year is the second year of the MotoGP official esports championship, so we know how to handle that. We are already thinking about it for Supercross. It's not something we haven't talked about with Feld. It won't happen immediately, but it's something we are working on. We think we should approach it in the proper way and be sure of what we are doing, not just jumping on it because everybody does. So it's something we are thinking about and will happen, I'm sure, sooner.
You have a lot of fans, and fans expect a lot of things from you. So what kind of pressures are you guys under to make sure you deliver for fans?
Well, every time you do something real, like a real sport like this, you have a lot of people that know already what you are creating into the game. So it's not a fictional game; it's based on a real sport. So of course, we must be credible to the eyes of the real fans of the sport. Keep always our ears open to these guys, because they are the people buying the game, and we want to be as much as possible near to their expectations.
Of course, and gamers' expectations too. So this game is available across all platforms, yes?
Yes, it will come in February 2019 and will be on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC.